In this video, we will dive into the influential aspects of a healthy ego versus an unhealthy ego. Let's begin with what role our ego plays in our lives. Ego plays a crucial role in shaping self-perception, motivation, and interactions with others. However, the difference between a healthy ego and an unhealthy ego determines whether it becomes a constructive force or a destructive one. A healthy ego fosters confidence, resilience, and self-awareness, while an unhealthy ego leads to arrogance, defensiveness, and a fear of failure. Before I continue, let me emphasize that this video is not to be interpreted as forcing judgment on ourselves or anyone else, but rather to inspire us to reflect and detect patterns and situations that allow us to ascertain our internal perceptions and give us a puissant understanding of both the negative and positive effects of how our ego can shape our reality. I recommend that you watch this video in its entirety. In doing so, you will see that the ego, even though it is often seen as a negative trait, can also be a powerful force for personal growth, ambition, and resilience when balanced properly. Now that you are aware of the aspirations this video is intended to depict, let's continue first with exposing a brief overview of the subsumed classifications under ego. A healthy ego is rooted in self-assurance rather than superiority. People with a balanced ego believe in their abilities without feeling the need to prove their worth at the expense of others. They welcome constructive criticism, view mistakes as learning opportunities, and remain open to new perspectives. This mindset fosters growth, humility, and strong relationships. In contrast, an unhealthy ego thrives on insecurity masked as arrogance. Those with an inflated ego often feel the need to dominate conversations, dismiss feedback, or seek constant validation. Instead of embracing growth, they resist change and view criticism as a personal attack. This can lead to stagnation, broken relationships, and missed opportunities. Another key difference lies in how individuals handle failure and success. A person with a healthy ego sees failure as a temporary setback and a chance to improve. They remain resilient and adaptable, knowing that setbacks are part of progressing. On the other hand, an unhealthy ego views failure as a threat to self-worth, leading to blame shifting, denial, or an avoidance of challenges altogether. In leadership and teamwork, a healthy ego encourages collaboration and empowerment, recognizing that success is a collective effort. Leaders with a balanced ego inspire confidence without belittling others and make decisions based on wisdom rather than pride. However, an unhealthy ego creates toxic environments where individuals seek personal recognition at the expense of teamwork and productivity. Ultimately, a healthy ego enhances confidence and self-improvement, while an unhealthy ego breeds insecurity and resistance to change. Striking a balance, where self-respect coexists with humility, is the key to personal and professional success. Now, let us first take a look at how the ego can influence us in unhealthy ways and the sabotaging setbacks and damages it induces on us personally and on our surroundings, as opposed to empowering us. Are you ready? Then let's move on. Ego, when unchecked, can be a powerful force that distorts judgment, hinders personal growth, and damages relationships. While a healthy level of confidence is necessary for success, an inflated ego can create blind spots, making individuals resistant to feedback, overly competitive, and even disconnected from reality. One of the most damaging effects of ego is its ability to block self-improvement. When people believe they already know everything or are superior to others, they stop seeking growth. They may ignore constructive criticism or dismiss valuable insights simply because they do not want to admit flaws. This stagnation can prevent personal and professional development, leading to mediocrity or even failure in the long run. Ego can also harm relationships. People with excessive egos often struggle with empathy, as they prioritize their own needs, opinions, and recognition over others. This usually stems from insecurities embedded in the subconscious and is a form of self-protection. This can create tension in friendships, workplaces, and romantic relationships. A person with egotistical tendencies may dominate conversations, refuse to apologize, or belittle others to maintain a sense of superiority, ultimately pushing people away. In leadership or teamwork settings, ego can be particularly destructive. A leader who lets their ego dictate decisions may ignore the expertise of others, leading to poor choices. Similarly, in collaborative efforts, an egotistical team member may refuse to compromise, disrupting the group's progress. This kind of arrogance can erode trust and morale, reducing overall productivity. Finally, an unchecked ego can lead to a fragile self-image. When someone ties their self-worth to being the best or always being right, any failure or criticism feels like a personal attack. This can result in defensiveness, denial, or even hostility, preventing them from learning from mistakes and adapting to challenges. To counter the negative influence of ego, self-awareness is key. Practicing humility, actively listening to others, and embracing continuous learning can help keep ego in check. By focusing on growth rather than self-importance, individuals can build stronger relationships, make wiser decisions, and achieve greater long-term success. Before we move on to the areas on how ego can influence us and our surroundings positively, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and click the bell. By liking and subscribing, you are adding value to this channel, while enabling many more people to become more aware and benefit from this and additional content on this channel. Now, let's look at the more galvanizing effects ego can induce when looking at how it can facilitate positive influence. A healthy ego provides confidence, motivation, and a sense of self-worth, which are essential for success in various aspects of life. One of the most significant benefits of ego is that it fosters self-confidence. People with a strong yet balanced ego believe in their abilities and are more likely to take risks, step into leadership roles, and push themselves beyond their comfort zones. This confidence can lead to greater achievements, whether in careers, sports, or personal endeavors. Without some level of ego, individuals might hesitate to pursue their goals due to fear of failure or self-doubt. Ego can also serve as a driving force for ambition and perseverance. Those who take pride in their work and strive for excellence often do so because their ego pushes them to be the best version of themselves. This internal motivation can lead to innovation, creativity, and high levels of performance. Many successful entrepreneurs, athletes, and artists have used their ego to fuel their determination, helping them overcome obstacles and achieve greatness. Additionally, ego can provide resilience in the face of failure or criticism. When balanced, a strong sense of self allows people to handle setbacks without losing confidence. Rather than seeing failure as a personal defeat, individuals with a healthy ego view it as a challenge to overcome. They use criticism constructively, learning from mistakes and striving to improve, rather than being discouraged or defensive. In leadership, ego can be beneficial when it is harnessed correctly. A leader with a strong ego can inspire confidence in others, make decisive choices, and stand firm in their beliefs when necessary. They can also set high standards for themselves and their teams, pushing everyone to perform at their best. When combined with humility and emotional intelligence, ego can create leaders who are both confident and adaptable. So, in summary and ultimately, ego is not inherently good or bad. It depends on how it is managed. Always be aware that when controlled and balanced with humility and self-awareness, ego can be a powerful tool for success, resilience, and personal growth. On the one hand, let's take an example of an unbalanced ego. An individual may have a balanced ego on a career level, yet still struggle with ego on a personal level or vice versa. This is why it is inherent to reflect on the big picture and detect the areas we need to work on specifically. Balance is not achieved by subjectively picking out your positive ego traits and ignoring other areas that may need greater attention. If you haven't already done so, feel free to check out my video on personal growth to get more insights. We have now reached the end of this video. Take this content as it is intended an inspiration to help obtain a better understanding on how a balanced ego in all areas of our lives can elevate us to overall success, a heightened sense of inner peace, and allowing others to follow by example. Please like and subscribe to this channel and hit that bell so you can get notified when I upload new content. If you feel inspired to do so, Go ahead and submit your comments in the comment section so that others can benefit from your knowledge and experiences. Also, by commenting, liking, and subscribing, you are not only supporting this channel, but increasing overall visibility and inspiring others to reflect and work on becoming the best versions of themselves. Remember, we are all in this together, and that your participation supports others in a subtle, yet potentially profound way on their journey of self-improvement. Thank you for watching and supporting this channel. Take care, seek balance, and enjoy a deservingly prosperous life.